I'm making these short videos to give you guys an overview about the Canadian licensing exams and the Canadian residency math system, which is called CARMS. So let's talk about the exams first. So if you want to apply, for residency in Canada, you need to take two exams, which are mandatory. The first one is MCCQE1, and the other one is NAC-OSCE. So you need to go to the website, the official website, which is mcc.ca, and you can get all kind of information there. So let's talk about the QE1 exam first. This is actually an MCQ based exam, and then along with that there's another component, which is the clinical decision making. So there's just like one, this is like a 1-day computer based test, and you have to do like 210 multiple choice questions, and then later during the same day you have to take another exam, which is the clinical decision making. It's basically they give you scenarios, and then they sometimes ask you to choose the labs, or just talk about the management. So you don't have to write extensive answers. They're just very short, and you just like write them down in the space that's given there. There is who can apply for this exam. So here's the application and eligibility criteria. So for international medical graduates, you can go here, click here, and just write down the name of your medical school, and if it is recognized, you can go ahead and start the source verification of your diploma and degree. If you're a student, you can apply 15 months prior to the expected date of graduation. I do not have a lot of information about this one because I was already a graduate. So I started with getting my diploma verified. That was the first step. So do not wait to start this process. Just go ahead, and I think this should be the first step. Get your diplomas verified. How do you do that? You go to another website. This is called the physicianapply.ca. You log in here, just press here, login, and then you can create an account here. You go here, accept all of this, and then just no, because you haven't taken an exam here, and just create an account. You do have to pay some fee in order to get registered on this website, and then you can they will be processing the documents for you, and then you can just focus on starting the exam prep. Okay, so when can you apply? I think there was this they've given these dates here, so you can look here and see a list of any upcoming session. It's like 2023, and then they like the future sessions which are available in 2024. So here are the dates. Let's talk about the exam fee here. So for the QE1, the exam fee is $14.20, and I mean, if you are in Canada, there are a lot of resources. There are a lot of organizations that can help you with paying for the exam. I'm going to talk about them in a separate video. What are the study resources? And how long do you need to prepare for this exam? Now, I think that it varies from person to person. I've seen some of the international medical graduates um, who just studied for the exam for 3 months and they were done with it, and others took 6 to 8 months. So it just depends on your own pace. I would highly suggest that don't rush it. This is a very important exam. So don't take the exam till you're 100% sure that you're ready for it. Don't rush it. This is an exam, if you take it once and you pass, then you cannot retake it. Whereas when it comes to NAC you can retake the exam, right? We're going to talk about it later. Um, so, and another thing is, if you're a fresh graduate, it might take you less time to study for this exam, because all the clinical knowledge is fresh. Whereas, if you are an older graduate, it might take you more time. I would say for an older graduate, 6 to 8 months on average it's very fair. Then again, but I don't know. It depends on you as well. I think that you're ready for the exam. I would highly suggest that you go here and you buy this practice test. These are from MCC. It is going to help you gauge your exam prep, whether you're ready, you need more time. These are like NBMEs, so I think this is a really helpful resource. So when it comes to the resources, so there are three that I used. So Toronto Notes, Canada Q Bank, and UWorld Step 2 CK Q Bank, and that's the one that I used. Now, this is optional. I use Step 2 CK Q Bank, and I found it extremely helpful. It just helped you clarify a lot of basic concepts. So I think it's a brilliant resource. If you want to use it, you can. If you have time, just go ahead and do it. And then Canada Q Bank and Toronto Notes. Now, Toronto Notes try to use the latest edition. Okay, there's no question about it. When it comes to Canada Q Bank, so you can go here, Canada Q Bank, the website. You purchase the Q Bank. Let's see, you go here and then you press here and you can purchase whatever you think you want. And then once you have this Q Bank, I think I'm just going to show you how I use the question bank. I think it's an excellent resource because you get to see your performance and compare it with what everybody else is doing or what the average is, and then you can also choose see your performance discipline wise, what you need to work on and what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and then you can work on those. How I use the Q Bank, I actually used it subject wise. So for example, I would go to medicine, and then I would choose cardio and do all the cardio MCQs. So once I was done with it, it would give me an idea that what were the important topics that were tested, right? And then I would go back to Toronto Notes and read it. I would just emphasize on the topics which were high yield. I would read all of it, but then I would focus more on the high yield topics. And once I was done with doing it, subject wise, then once I was done with the QBank for the first time, then I reset it, and then I did random, so like an amalgam of all the all the subjects here. Because that's how you get the exam, right? They don't give you subject wise MCQs in the exam. It's just an amalgam of everything. How many times you have to do the QBank? I did it twice. It depends on you. If you're scoring well the first time, you might not need it to do it twice. But I think just going through the QBank twice, it's really helpful. Okay. And then I would suggest is watching these videos. These are excellent videos, very well made. And then you just like go here, and they talk about high yield topics. So I would highly suggest watching these videos. Then you wait for your scores. You're going to get it within 8 weeks. So the passing score for QE1 is 226. That's the average score. If you fail the exam, you can take it again. But if you don't fail, then you cannot improve your score by retaking the exam. Okay. And I think it's written here. So it will be available approximately 8 weeks after the session's last day. Okay. Now, how important is the QE1 score? It is very important. You need to get a good score on QE1. Now, if you go to some of the program descriptions on CARM's website, some of the programs have mentioned it that you need to have a high score. They did not give any cutoff, but it's mentioned here. Let me just give you an example. You go to the IMG stream, and they have mentioned it in the program description that they need people with high scores, because they get a lot of applicants every year. So if they mention it here, approximately 300 applicants with top scores in NAC and QE1 will be invited for interviews. So just make sure that you are prepared, you're ready to take this exam. And